Okay, so let's talk about what makes a great logo for your coaching website. So I have a few things about my take on logos. I like them simple, clean, professional looking, and usually with just a simple, well-chosen font, and so that it's a little bit more wide than it is tall, and it fits in the upper left corner of your website just like this. That's what I like to make for logos for coaches. What I often see out there are coaches making very design heavy, big logos, detailed, intricate, and they don't work when they're small. They end up having to take up like half the screen, and they're very complicated and often with little hidden meanings and stuff like that in them. And I found that they don't work well because it forces content down on the page. Um, and also when you're scrolling through a website, often the logo is just a small thing, and then those big complicated massive logos, they look like a mess when they're small. They just look confusing and illegible. And oftentimes they use fonts that are just maybe too design heavy and you almost can't read them. So, ultimately your website and your marketing, your business and your content should all be about exciting and engaging the client, talking about the dreams and goals that they want and the things that they're interested in. So, I find that small, good, tasteful logos in the upper left corner work well because then you have a lot of space for your content, space to engage your client, talk about what things that they're interested in. Again, the more complicated logos, they have to be big in order for them to look right, and then eventually they force content down on the page. And also, on mobiles, the big complicated logos don't look well because your mobile screen is much smaller. Um, and then also, it's just complicated big logos. Just it's not necessary, they often take a lot of time to make too. And to get your coaching business and website and marketing to all work, you kind of need to go quick and get it out there and test it out so to see if it works. So you spend a lot of time on your logo, too much time on design, too much time on this and that. It's gonna take a long time before you figure out even if your business is going to work. So I like logos that are small, fit well in the upper left corner with a well-chosen font that's clean and obvious, easy to read, and easy to place on a website so they have plenty of space. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of websites out there to see what they do for their logos. So here's Tony Robbins, and on his website you can see his logo's upper left corner, very simple font. It's all capital letters. It's bold, a bolder font, and maybe the letters a little bit of space between them. So that fits well with his image. He's a man. He's a pretty big man. He's strong. He got big hands. He's a powerful speaker, and so yeah, so that this dark font is probably solid black, and the capital letters go really well with his image and his message. His message is simple here: transform your life. So that works really well, and it's just a font in the upper left corner. Okay, so that works really well for Tony. And if you go to Oprah's website, her logo is even smaller and simpler. It's capital letters as well, and it's .com even. So she put that in there, so it's obvious. And it's even smaller and centered. And there's actually no menu up here other than this mobile one. So that's kind of a big mobile menu. But hers is just simple at the top, simple font, so that again you can just begin with the content, just dig right into the content. Here's the show that she's promoting. Remember, your website and your marketing are all about serving the client so that the easier you can get content and more upfront and visible, the better. Here's a client of mine, Liz Grant. So her logo is simple, Liz Grant Coaching. The word coaching is in there as well. It matches her domain name, which is why we have that in there as well. And she's not, Oprah and all these things, so it'll help to get the word coaching across. Plus, Liz Grant was taken anyways. So Liz Grant Coaching, there's her logo. Very simple upper left corner. And then again, you can get right into the content. Here it is. I'll guide you to the next exciting chapter of your life. Here's a button for you to get your session. Are you at a crossroads speaking, to the person that is your ideal client? Are you at a crossroads in your career or personal life? Okay, so their message and their content get right into what clients would be interested in. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Peter Attia. So Peter is a health coach or health expert, doctor, and all kinds of things. And you can see his logo is small, upper left corner, simple font, and he has the word MD under here, so that's pretty cool. He's a doctor, and his website address is Peter Attia MD. So it's good that it all is in there. When you come to his site, you know that you went to Peter Attia, peterattiamd.com. There's his name. There's a little MD, and then again, the content is what you're after. This is what I, a listener, am after: how to live longer, healthier, and optimize my performance. Okay, so his content goes right into what people want. Okay, small, well-chosen font. Here's Brene Brown. Here's her website. And again, logo simple at the top, maybe a little bit bigger than the other ones, but it's obvious, easy to read, and it's just a font. I'm sure she thought about her brand, and it's, if you look at her books, it's about dare to lead. And then it's like being bold and brave. Where's the brave one? Rising strong, brave in the wilderness. So she has a bold font here, and so that works with her message. Yep, there you are, Brene Brown. Here's my logo, upper left corner, coaching sites that work. And it's a little bit more designy than the other ones. It has, there's two fonts in there, so it gives it some personality. And my brand is a bit of design and a bit of, that work. So there's a bit of like this creative side of the brain, and then the more logical, maybe strong and creative at the same time. But I keep it simple, just two fonts, upper left corner. It works small, and then I just get into my content. This is what you're after: building credibility, engaging your visitors, attracting clients. That's what you're after. Okay, so that's my logo. So that's my take on logos. Going for a simple, clean, well-chosen font that matches your your brand or how you want people to feel, and in the upper left corner, and works really well. There you have it. Left